Bruce Lee revolutionized the world of martial arts cinema with his groundbreaking fight scenes. His unmatched speed, precision, and innovative choreography transformed the genre, influencing not just martial arts films, but action movies across all genres. Let's dive into the techniques that made Bruce Lee's fight scenes legendary and how they changed cinema forever. The power of speed and precision. Bruce Lee's fight scenes were known for their blistering speed. What set him apart from other action stars was his ability to deliver quick, impactful strikes while maintaining perfect control. Lee's speed wasn't just about moving fast, it was about precision. Every punch, kick, or strike had a specific target, and it landed with surgical accuracy. This precision, combined with his speed, made his moves appear almost superhuman. The hallmark of his fighting style was how clean and efficient his moves were, without any wasted energy or unnecessary flourishes. This approach broke the mold of traditional martial arts film choreography, where long, drawn-out fight sequences often felt slow or theatrical. Close quarters combat and fluidity. In contrast to the often stylized, wide-ranging fight sequences that dominated cinema at the time, Bruce Lee's scenes were characterized by close quarters combat. Lee was known for his ability to get in close to his opponents, where his superior speed and technical skills could overwhelm them before they had a chance to react. He introduced a new level of fluidity in combat that was previously unseen in martial arts films. His transitions between moves were seamless, and his ability to chain attacks together in rapid succession created a sense of continuous motion. This fluidity made his fight scenes feel real, as if they were happening in real time, rather than the choreographed, stop-and-start action that was common in movies before. The one-inch punch, power in minimal movement. One of the most iconic techniques Bruce Lee became known for was the one-inch punch. This move demonstrated his unparalleled mastery of leverage and the power of minimal movement. The one-inch punch became a symbol of Lee's fighting philosophy, efficiency in motion. By using the shortest possible distance, Lee could generate incredible force with very little movement. In his films, this technique was often used to demonstrate his character's superior skill, often leaving his opponents staggered or knocked out in a single move. The punch highlighted Lee's ability to create explosive power from seemingly harmless gestures, something that was not commonly seen in other action films. Psychological combat and mind games. Bruce Lee didn't just focus on physical techniques in his fight scenes. He also understood the importance of psychological warfare. In many of his films, Lee would use his charisma and calm demeanor to unnerve his opponents before striking. He often baited his enemies, allowing them to make mistakes or become overconfident. In Enter the Dragon, for example, his calmness in the face of multiple opponents was a deliberate tactic that made his adversaries doubt themselves. His ability to control the mental aspect of a fight, staying calm and focused while his enemies grew frustrated, added a layer of complexity to his fight scenes. This psychological combat was groundbreaking in martial arts films, where the emphasis was usually solely on physical prowess. Innovative camera techniques and editing. Bruce Lee's fight scenes were groundbreaking not only for their choreography, but also for how they were filmed and edited. Lee, along with his directors and choreographers, used camera techniques that highlighted his speed and athleticism. Quick cuts, slow-motion shots, and close-up angles were used to emphasize the power of his strikes and the intensity of his movement. For instance, in Way of the Dragon, the fight between Lee and Chuck Norris in the Coliseum was carefully shot to show both their contrasting styles: Norris's slow, deliberate strikes and Lee's fast, flowing movements. These innovative camera techniques made Bruce Lee's fight scenes feel more dynamic and immersive, making the audience feel like they were right there in the action. Minimalism in movement. Bruce Lee was a proponent of minimalism in martial arts. He believed in stripping away unnecessary movements and focusing on what was essential. This approach to combat allowed him to move with greater speed and power while remaining incredibly efficient. In many of his fight scenes, the simplicity of his movement stood in stark contrast to the flashy, over-the-top styles of other martial artists in cinema at the time. Lee's philosophy of using no way as way and having no limitation as limitation was reflected in his fight choreography, where every move had a purpose and only what was necessary was executed. This minimalism gave his fight scenes a certain elegance and raw power that made them stand out in the world of cinema. 2. Bruce Lee revolutionized martial arts, blending philosophy, technique, and speed to create a style that was unlike any other. His masterclass in martial arts wasn't just about punches and kicks. It was about understanding the core principles of combat. Whether you're an experienced fighter or just starting out, learning from Bruce Lee's techniques can profoundly impact and transform your own fighting style. One of Bruce Lee's most profound teachings was the concept of total body awareness. He knew that in order to fight effectively, you had to be aware of every part of your body and how it moves. Bruce Lee believed that the more aware you were of your body, the more in control you became during a fight. He emphasized developing both strength and flexibility to create a body that could respond instinctively in combat situations. But it wasn't just about physical strength. Bruce Lee's masterclass focused heavily on mental discipline. In his view, the mind played a crucial role in fighting. A calm, focused mind could help a fighter make quicker, more calculated decisions. This mental clarity is something that can take years to develop, but Bruce Lee taught that it could be cultivated through meditation, visualization, and positive self-talk. A fighter's mindset must remain cool under pressure, quick in reaction, and constantly evolving. Bruce Lee also pushed the idea of minimalism in techniques. Many traditional martial arts emphasize complex techniques and multiple moves. Bruce Lee, however, believed that less was more. He focused on a smaller set of techniques that, when practiced to perfection, could be far more effective than an overwhelming array of complicated moves. By simplifying his technique, Bruce Lee was able to perform with unparalleled speed and precision. He believed in mastering the fundamentals and making each move count. You don't need hundreds of techniques. You need a handful of powerful ones executed with excellence. Another key aspect of Bruce Lee's masterclass was the principle of adaptability. He was one of the first to recognize that fighting styles should not be rigid or confined to tradition. Instead, a fighter should remain fluid, adapting their style to the needs of the situation. This meant that Bruce Lee trained in a variety of disciplines, from traditional martial arts like Wing Chun to boxing, fencing, and even street fighting. For him, the essence of martial arts wasn't in any one system, but in the ability to adapt and flow between different styles to fit the context of the fight. Bruce Lee also prioritized speed and timing. He was a master of quick, precise strikes that often caught his opponents off guard. His famous one-inch punch was a perfect example of how he used speed, timing, and body mechanics to create powerful strikes in close quarters. Lee's emphasis on timing, rather than just brute force, is one of the key takeaways from his masterclass. It's not about how hard you hit, it's about when and where you hit. In addition to physical skills, Bruce Lee's philosophy included the importance of continuous learning. He was always evolving, never complacent with his level of expertise.